Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spurgeon Field at Memorial Park. I am Justin Hergert alongside for today's game 10 of the season for your Dodge City A's in this 2023 Rocky Mountain League season. The A's drew even last night as they took game 4 of the series against the Denver Cougars, a 5-2 decision in favor of the Dodge City A's to make them 5-4 overall on the season. So the A's are getting set to face off against the Colorado Springs Cage Rats. First game in the series for the A's, and we will go ahead and take a look at lineups. Leading off for the Cage Rats is the center fielder, number 13, Holden Jatslow. Batting second, shortstop, number 17, Kobe De Jesus. Batting third, the second baseman, number 2, Matt Lemke. Batting fourth, the third baseman, we will get to the lineups, but I promise, as we are running a little short-staffed, the first pitch thrown down ahead of schedule at 6 o'clock Mountain Time, and it is Caleb Bergman leading off for the Dodge City A's. A 2-0 count to Bergman. That pitch comes in and grazes Bergman's shoulder, so he will go to first, runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. Jacob Freed on the mound for the Cage Rats. And that will bring in Cooper Schneider. Schneider takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Schneider shows bunt. That ball goes outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. One delivery to Schneider. Throw over to first, not in time. We will go back to work the 1-1 delivery to Schneider. Bergman takes off. Throw down to second is wide, goes out into center field, and Bergman will advance to third on the throwing error by the catcher. So Bergman goes first to third. And the Cage Rats with their first error of the ball game. So we will resume a 2-1 count to Schneider. Pitch misses high, makes it 3-1. Schneider drives that one. It's headed out to right field, snagged by the right fielder, and Bergman not able to tag up, so he will hold at third. One away for the A's. That will bring in Preston Gamster. Gamster checks his swing, and they appeal down, and they say yes, he did go. Gamster down in the count, 0-1. One delivery. Comes in high and inside, makes it 1-1. Gamster sends that one scalding out of play. Brings a count to 1-2. Williams on deck behind Gamster. 1-2 delivery from Freed. It's Gamster ducking back. Will even the count at 2 apiece. Two delivery. Swung on. Goes foul. And we'll do the 2-2 over again, as that would have been out number 2. So as Gamster comes back to the plate, one away for the Dodge City A's here in the top of the first. Caleb Bergman on third after stealing second and then moving around to third on the throwing error by the catcher. A 2-2 count to Gamster. Pitch. Low and in the dirt, makes it a full count. Payoff pitch coming from Freed. Gamster sends that one. It's fielded by the shortstop. Throw to first in time, but a run scores. An RBI ground out for Gamster. The A's take a 1-0 lead. Nolan Williams will come to bat for the A's. Williams takes the first pitch. He sees for strike number 1. That pitch gets away. Makes it 2-0 to Nolan Williams. Delivery coming from Freed. Chop to the third or shortstop. Throw to first will be in time. That will end the inning. The A's score 1. We're headed to the bottom of the first, and we're going to keep it right here so we can go through the lineups for both teams. So the lineup for the Cage Rats is as follows. It is Jatslow leading off, the center fielder, followed by De Jesus, the shortstop, then Lemke, the second baseman. Wilson at third base in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth is the designated hitter. Number 1, Jimmy Fafinski. Batting sixth, the first baseman. Number 22, Ben Tate, batting seventh. The right fielder, number 23, Jace Brunson. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 9, Matt Whitting. And rounding out the lineup is the left fielder, number 6, Jake Pacheco. The starting pitcher was, of course, Jacob Fried. The A's lineup is as follows. Batting first, the left fielder, number 12, Caleb Bergman. Batting second, the right fielder, number 6, Cooper Schneider. Batting third, the shortstop, number 16, Preston Gamster. The cleanup is center fielder, number 3, Nolan Williams. Batting fifth, the second baseman, number 5, Dawson Stutz. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 23, Cooper Tompkinson. Batting seventh is the designated hitter, number 7, Rudy Gonzalez. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 17, Peter Tassler. Batting ninth is the third baseman, number 28, Jordan Rodriguez. And your starting pitcher is number 21, Caleb Jamison. So we are ready to go in the bottom of the first. As Jamison leads off Chatslow with strike number 1. Pitch misses and evens a count at 1 apiece. One to the count to Jatslow. That pitch just missing on the inside edge makes it 2-2. A full count to Jatslow. And we will see the payoff pitch from Jamison. Swung on and missed, and Jatslow will go down on strikes. The first out of the inning for the K-Drats. That will bring in Kobe De Jesus. De Jesus, the shortstop for the K-Drats here tonight. Jesus grounds that one to the shortstop. Gamster throw to first in time. 2 away for the K-Drats. First pitch swinging for De Jesus, and he is a ground out. That will bring in Matt Lemke. Lemke in to face Jamison. First pitch, strike to him. 0-1 delivery from Jamison. Comes in and low, evens a count at 1 apiece. Called strike, makes it 1-2. Pitch hit into shallow center field, a single for Lemke. Runner aboard for the K-Drats. That will bring in Blake Wilson. Wilson, the third baseman. 2 away for the K-Drats here in the bottom of the first. A 1-0 ball game in favor of the A's. First pitch comes in and a little bit low for ball number 1. Pitch grounded to the shortstop and overthrown by Gamster as he lobs it across the field. That will put runners on the corners for the Cage-Rats. And I'm going to rule that one a hit because I don't, even if Gamster gets that throw off, Wilson has it beat out anyway. What do you think?
I believe so too. Gamster was at an awkward position and he was already there.
First pitch ball to Jimmy Fafinski. I am joined in by Caden Norman. Runners on the corners with 2 away for the Cage-Rats. 1-0 delivery. Misses inside, makes it 2-0. Three straight balls to Fafinski. It's a 3-0 count. Three and 1 to Fafinski. Jamison trying to get out of this one with no damage done. The pitch grounded right back towards Jamison, fielded by Gamster. They will go to second for the out. A 6U force out will be in the books as a fielder's choice, and we head to the top of the second. A 1-0 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. One the count as Dawson Stutz leads off the top of the second inning for the Dodge City A's. Pitch grounded to the second baseman. They will go to first in time for out number 1. One away for the A's, and that will bring in Cooper Tompkinson. Tompkinson playing in his game officially for the first game for the Dodge City A's. Steps in to face the righty Freed. Pitch misses outside. Ball number 1. Tompkinson followed by Gonzalez. That pitch grounded to second base. Throw to first will be in time. 2 away. And that was actually a 1-4-3 as the pitcher got a glove on it, so it will be a 1-4-3 put out. Brings in Rudy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the designated hitter tonight for the Dodge City A's, and he is in the count at 1-0. All 3 batters in this inning so far have been first pitch balls. That pitch comes inside, makes it 2-0. Comes inside. It will hit him, and that will be runner aboard for the A's. Brings in the catcher, Peter Tassler. Tassler steps in to face Freed. First pitch down low for a ball. One-0 delivery to Tassler. Gonzalez with the lead off. Pitch grounded to the shortstop. They will go to second for the force out, and that will end the inning. The A's strand 1. We're headed to the bottom of the second. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Ben Tate leads off the bottom of the second, and a bad hop. I'm going to have to rule that one an error by the shortstop Gamster. So runner aboard for the Cage-Rats. First pitch now to Brunson in for ball number 1. 1-1 the count to Brunson. Pitch is sent foul and out of play. 1-2 the count to Brunson. Brunson chops that one, fielded by the shortstop Gamster. Throw to first. Not in time. They get the leadoff runner, but nothing more. So after the leadoff error, runner aboard for the K-Drats at first. One away, and that will bring in Matt Whitting. Runner back to first. Brunson getting a lead. He'll go back to first again as Jamison throws over. The left-handed Jamison with a good look over at first. And we will go to work. The first pitch to Whitting. Ball number 1 that gets away from the catcher, Tassler. A wild pitch. And ball number 1. Brunson with a lead off of second. Called a strike and evens a count at 1 apiece to Whitting. One delivery. Comes in low. Tassler throws to third. So the K-Drats showing that they like to run as well. A 2-1 count to Whitting. That one's chopped. Goes foul. Will even the count at 2 apiece. Brunson at third for the K-Drats, a 2-2 delivery. Sent out to the second baseman. They will go to first for the out, and that will tie the ball game. 2 away for the K-Drats. Brings in Jake Pacheco, the 9-hole hitter for the K-Drats tonight. First pitch. Grounded to the second baseman. Throw to first in time. That will end the inning. A 1-1 ball game. We're headed to the top of the third. Just wanted to make sure. We're headed to the top of the third. A 1-1 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Welcome back into Spurgeon Field at Memorial Park. Justin Hergert alongside with Caden Norman. Jordan Rodriguez leading off for the A's. Takes the first pitch he sees and grounds it foul for strike number 1. Swung on and missed. Gets Rodriguez down in the count 0-2. I know that there was at least one other game rained out tonight as Rodriguez will go down on strikes. One away for the A's in the top of the third, and that will turn the lineup over to Caleb Bergman. Bergman hit by pitch his first time up. Caleb Bergman with 6 games, 19 plate appearances, a .278 average in this season. He shows bunt, takes the first pitch for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery from Freed. Missing off the outer edge, makes it 1-1. Freed comes back to the outside and just misses, makes it 2-1. Swung on and missed. Bergman evens a count at 2 apiece now. A 1-1 ball game as the A's scored 1 in the first, answered by the Cage Rats by 1 in the bottom of the second. 2-2 delivery comes outside, makes it a full count to Bergman. Payoff pitch from Freed. Bergman sends that one foul and out of play. Will do it over again. Spurgeon Field, a city-owned park, very similar to Cavalier. Only Spurgeon a natural surface both infield and out. That pitch misses outside, and Bergman will draw the walk. So after Freed starts Bergman off down in the count 0-1, he loses that battle, puts a runner on. That will bring in Cooper Schneider. Schneider flew out to right field his last time up. He has been in 9 games with 39 plate appearances, a .333 average through the first 9 games of the season for the Dodge City A's. First pitch to Schneider, a backdoor bender. Gets Schneider down in the count 0-1. Sometimes from the elevated vantage point, especially like we are today, it's a little harder to pick up on pitch location. That pitch misses outside, makes it 1-1. Thoughts?
Yes, indeed. It seems like he's trying to go out to that outside corner a couple of times, and from up here, it looks like he's hitting it, and then sometimes it looks like he's missing it. You can't really tell, but for the most part, I think you're getting them all right.
And that's been something that we've talked about before, about how, especially from a higher vantage point today, because this one we're much higher than we are even at Cavalier. That pitch called strike and gets Bergman in a rundown, and he will be tagged out. A 1-2 count to Schneider.
Speaking of the field earlier, about it being all natural, as we saw earlier, we had a bad hop to our shortstop, Preston Gamster. I would like to say this field's a beautiful field, but the ball does bounce around a little bit. I won't lie to you. So
Schneider fouls that one off, and it's something that was talked about. You know, we played on an entirely turf field last night at Metro. So you go from a very nice entirely turf field to a completely natural infield and outfield. And the play style are two different things.
yes, you know you read balls off bats differently on turf than you do on a dirt field. You attack differently. Everything's completely like changes your game plan. You know, but like you said at Metro last night, ball was bouncing nice, and then before the game started out there at BP, you would see balls bouncing left and right. You know, just trying to get a read for it, trying to get a feel for it before the game starts. That's what most of our infielders were doing.
A 2-2 count to Schneider. Sends that one popped up, called off by the second baseman, and he will field it in foul territory, and that will end the inning. We are headed to the bottom of the third, a 1-1 ball game. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Welcome back in to Spurgeon Field. We are headed to the bottom of the third as it is back at the top of the order for the Cage Rats. It will be Holden Jatslow leading off. He was a strikeout victim by Jamison his first time up. First pitch from Jamison. Chopped foul. Strike number one. Pitch chopped down the first base side, fielded by Tompkinson. He'll take it on his own. One away. Brings in Kobe De Jesus. Grounded out to Gamster his first time up. Caleb Jamison now in his third inning of work for the Dodge City A's. First pitch comes in, misses for ball number one. 2-0 the count now to De Jesus. Caleb Jamison in 2 games played, both of those starts, 9.2 innings pitched. An 0-1 record. Eight hits, 8 runs, 9 walked, 16 struck out for a 7.448 ERA. Due to the count to De Jesus. That pitch just past the diving Stutz. Runner aboard for the Cage Rats. Brings in Matt Lemke. Lemke hit a single back up the middle his last time up. Jamison looks in. Pitch. Catches the inner edge for strike number 1. That is something Caleb Jamison has been doing fairly well, is getting first pitch strike.
Yes. Ever since that first outing, we talked about it. He's been a completely different person on the mound, it feels like. The last game, or the second game, went 7 innings, and now he's back up on the mound, of course. He's changed his mindset to attack, and not to change his plan at all. Even with runners on, down the count, he's in an attack. He's not just going to give up anything easy.
Indeed. 2-1 the count to Lemke. That pitch scalded foul down the right field side, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. And that's something that, every pitcher strives for, is they want to be that pitcher that goes out and just strike, and get guys out.
Sometimes you can't do that.
And sometimes you don't have the stuff to do it. Sometimes it's not your day to do it. That pitch misses outside in a full count, but it's figuring out ways to, and Caleb and I have talked about it, figuring out a way to make pitches look like strikes.
Yes.
And that's another way to get outs, is get it close enough to where it looks like it, and maybe like that they go
Like
swinging.
yeah. Exactly. Good point right there. Ooh, seems like he took that off the leg or something.
So I think they called it foul.
Yes. Seems to be off. He fouled it off his leg.
So the K-Drats today in all whites, white pants, white tops, navy blue letters and numerals, blue hats. Pitch goes out into the gap in right center field, and that will drop in for a hit. That will score 1, and it will be a stand-up, a triple for Lemke. De Jesus goes first to home, and Lemke in safely at third.
But I want to say something too. As we're going back to attack. That's something that Coach Esty tells us all the time. Puts it in our mind. Don't take anything off. Don't take any at bat off. It goes for both sides, not just ours. As you have seen the past couple games, pitchers have been doing what they need to do. Batters have been doing what they need to do. Taking nothing off. You see, maybe 7-8 pitch at bats almost every inning.
That pitch is grounded to the shortstop Gamster. That will score another run as the K-Drats take a 3-1 lead. Brings in Fafinski. He is the designated hitter. First pitch sent out to right field, and
Fair.
it will fall fair. A double for Fafinski, a single, triple, and double now. All straight hits for the K-Drats.
And again, as we said earlier, attacking. Even when you have good stuff, sometimes a batter can hit a ball. It's what they're meant to do. As long as we're keeping attacking, I feel like we'll do our job and get it out of this. I've become real close with Caleb over the past couple of weeks since being here, and you learn a lot talking to people. A lot. I like to bounce ideas off of him. He bounces ideas off of me, but I love being around that dude when he pitches. He's always thinking ahead.
Pitch chopped, fielded by Gamster, throw to first in time, and that will end the inning as the A's fall behind 3-1. We're headed to the top of the fourth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Top of the fourth inning for the Dodge City A's. And it is Preston Gamster leading off for the A's tonight. Gamster, first pitch, ball. Pitch misses as well, gets Gamster in the count at 2-0. Preston Gamster played in 8 games, 30 plate appearances, a .222 batting average for the A's. And that one's skied. It's going high and deep. It's headed back, and it is gone down the left field line. A solo home run for Preston Gamster, and with one swing of the bat, the A's are within one.
That ball has some juice to it.
That ball's gone even at Cavalier.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this really quick as Nolan Williams steps into bat. Dimensions here at Spurgeon Field, it is 352 down the left field line and looks like 65 in the left power alley. Nolan Williams takes the first pitch for ball number 1. 375 to that monster wall in right center. 354 in the right power alley.
338. 333, I'm sorry.
333 down the right field line. 2-0 the count to Williams. Williams grounded out too short his last time up. Williams sends that one high, and it's going to be trouble. It is called for by the left fielder in foul territory at the dugout. Williams will go back to the dugout. One away for the A's. Nolan Williams had 8 games, 31 plate appearances, batting .214, and that brings in Dawson Stutz. Stutz in 7 games, 19 plate appearances, batting .231 on the season. Stutz, the second baseman, takes the first pitch for ball number 1. He was grounded out to the second baseman his last time up. Stutz swings and miss, even the count at 1 apiece. 1-1 delivery from Freed. A one hopper in front of the plate makes it 2-1. Probably not the technical term for it, as it would be down in the dirt.
Yeah.
But it sounded good. Stutz fouls that one back and evens a count at 2 apiece. We gather foul balls. We'll go back to work. A 2-2 count to Dawson Stutz. The A's now trailing 3-2 after the home run from Preston Gamster. Pitch comes in high, a full count now.
How far is the left field wide?
325, I believe.
So this wall is about 25 more feet.
Pitch gets Stutz looking, and he'll go down on strikes. 2 away for the A's, and that will bring in Cooper Tompkinson. Tompkinson, again in his first game for the Dodge City A's, grounded out to the pitcher and second baseman his last time up. Pitch. This is outside for ball number 1. 4 straight batters, 4 straight balls as the leadoff pitch. Goes outside again, makes it 2-0. Cooper Tompkinson played his season for Dodge City Community College. Pitch comes in for a strike, makes it 2-1. Cooper Tompkinson appeared in 39 games, 28 of those starts, 103 at-bats, as he will send that one out into shallow right field for a hit. Tompkinson batted .320 on the season this year for the Conquistadors. Spent most of his time at first base, and that will bring in the catcher, Rudy Gonzalez. First pitch misses outside, a good block by the catcher. Throw to first was not in time. 1-0 the count to Gonzalez. Rudy Gonzalez grounded out, or actually was hit by pitch, and then was the force out. 2-0 the count to Gonzalez. Called strike, throw down to first again. Not in time. Light starting to come on here at Spurgeon Field. Gonzalez sends that one out to center field, and charging in is the center fielder. It's caught for out number 3. Nothing doing for the A's except for the solo shot by Gamster. The A's a 3-2 deficit as we head to the bottom of the 4th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Caleb Jamison back on the mound for his 4th inning of work for the Dodge City A's. Jamison made his first start against the Denver Cougars, a 3.1 inning outing. He took the loss in that game and then went 6.1 innings against the Rough Riders. The highlight in that one, 13 strikeouts to his credit in that game, as that one was one of the more spectacular outings of the year so far. And it is Chase Brunson leading off for the K-Drats as he takes that pitch and fouls it off for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery from Jamison. Comes right over the plate, but missing a little low. Makes it 1-1. Jamison comes inside, catches a corner, makes it 1-2. Back inside again, evens the count at 2 apiece. Pitch misses low, makes it a full count now for the leadoff hitter Brunson. Brunson hit into the fielder's choice that a flip to first will not be in time, and
I believe that would be a hit.
it's a hit. It was a slow enough roller that Stutz didn't have time to get to it, so a leadoff single. Puts runner aboard for the K-Drats. And that will bring in Matt Whitting. Whitting grounded out to the second baseman Stutz his last time up. First pitch to Whitting. Comes outside for ball number 1. Throw to first, not in time. And it's not like the A's are doing anything special with their fielders, as that they're playing in normal position. It was just a slow roller that Stutz did not have time to get to.
As I said earlier when we talked about the field, natural, that grass is kind of thick in the infield. Could have possibly slowed down that ball. So made Dawson have to rush in to grab. But, you know, base runner was pretty fast. Got there before the ball.
Well, and it was Brunson that we made the comment in the third or second that showed that the K-Drats are not afraid to run. A 2-0 count to Whitting and a quick mound visit between teammates Jamison and Gamster. Jamison and Gamster, both teammates at Paris Junior College, both of which have family here in town this weekend for this trip. And a happy birthday, belated birthday actually, to Caleb, as he turned, I believe it was 19 yesterday.
I think,
or was
yes, either 19 or 20 yesterday, yes.
Pitch outside makes it 3-0. Right down the middle. 3-1 the count to Whitting. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th for the K-Drats. Pitch swung on and missed. A full count now to Whitting. And a payoff pitch from Jamison. Payoff pitch. Just missing off the outside edge. We'll bring in Jake Pacheco. Pacheco grounded out to second his first time up. Runners now at first and second for the Cage Rats. Nobody out. Jamison looks back at second. First pitch to Pacheco low for ball number 1. Hayes playing in the 10th game of this season so far. Split the series after the 5-2 win last night at the Cougars. Pitch is fouled off. Evens account at 1 apiece to Pacheco. Pitch called strike. 1-2 the count. Jamison looking in, has what he wants and comes set. Checo fouls that one off and will do the 1-2 over again. Few showers in the area. Pitch goes outside, makes it 2-2. One sent high and throw in from center field to Gamster on a rope and almost had Brunson tagged at second as he started to tag up and move in on the sacrifice. What would have been a sacrifice, but chose not to and just almost got himself out.
Just trying to draw the throw the third. See if he could make a play on it.
So 1 away. That will turn the lineup back over to Holden Jatzlow. Jatzlow grounded out to first base his last time up. Fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Jamison goes outside, makes it 1-1. Ooh, a good throw to second. Again, almost had Brunson, but nothing doing. We'll go back to work with the 1-1.
Playing with fire over there at second. Looking like he wants another bag, possibly.
Coach Cardoza wanting some explanation after 2 very close calls at second. He'll go back to the dugout. Throw to third. That will have Brunson at pitch. 1-2 the count to Jatzlow. So fouls that one off and we'll do the 1-2 over again. 2 away now after Brunson was caught stealing, and the speed just was not enough to outrun the arm of Tassler. Ball gets away, and that will move Whitting over to second. A good stop, but not enough to keep Whitting at first. Runner on second. 2 out, 2-2 the count now to Jatslow. Little infield communication between Gamster and Jamison as he has his sign and come set. Pitch rolls away again from Tassler, but nothing doing. A full count now to Jatslow.
Was able to recover very fast on that, thankfully.
Payoff pitch from Jamison. Gamster holding. Swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. We are headed to the top of the fifth. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Freed back out for his now fifth inning of work as he will face Peter Tassler leading off the fifth inning for the Dodge City A's. He'll take first pitch strike. Down in the count, 0-1 is Tassler. Tassler will chop that when it goes to the shortstop, and there again, even though he misses that one,
it's a hard play.
That's a hard play to make. I want to call it a hit.
I would want to call it a hit too.
Because that ball, I mean, it was on the infield, and even though he did not get his glove on it, he was ranging on it. So I'm going to settle on an infield hit for Tassler. That pitch called strike to Rodriguez. He's down in the count, 0-1.
That's just one of those hard plays to decide. Seemed like the ball just kind of stopped where it was.
Indeed. So a 1-1 count to Jordan Rodriguez. So Peter Tassler 2-1 the count now to J-Rod. Tassler, 6 games, 22 plate appearances. He was batting .278, and Jordan has played in 4 games, 11 plate appearances, batting .091. That pitch well outside makes it 3-1 to Rodriguez. Jordan, another one of those people that has family that has come up for this trip, as the A's are set to take on these Cage Rats again tomorrow evening. That game currently scheduled for 6:05, and well, after the leadoff strike, 4 straight balls, and that will put Rodriguez on at first. We'll turn the lineup over for the Dodge City A's, and the Cage Rats wanting to possibly make a pitching change, as the coach did signal down to the bullpen, and a mound visit occurring on the infield. Runners on first and second for the Dodge City A's. Caleb Bergman stepping in. He walked on his last time up and then got caught in the 2-3-4 rundown. First pitch to Bergman. Shows bunt, pulls it back for ball number 1. Well, you have to wonder if for some reason Bergman gets on, if that might not be the last batter that Fried will face.
Yeah. 4 straight balls after that first pitch strike to Jordan Rodriguez, and here now two more balls in a row.
Bergman shows bunt again and pulls back, and he's in the count ahead at 2-0. We'll see what Fried does here. And Bergman might just be showing bunt just to mess with Fried. Yeah. The pitch shows bunt again, and he goes foul. It would have been a great bunt, but it was hit straight down and went foul. Strike number 1. Two one the count to Bergman. Fried will step off and fake the throw back to second to avoid the balk. Fried comes set. 2-1 the count to Bergman. The pitch shows bunt, pulls back. They throw down to first, but not even close. 3-1.
You know, back on what you said, he could just be showing the bunt to mess with him. But I'm betting if there's a pitch in the zone, he would try to put it down, get those guys across, or not across.
And Bergman is one of those, along with Cooper Schneider. We saw it quite frequently from him. Bergman there again, lays the bunt down, and that's going to be a hard throw to make. And an infield bunt loads the bases for the Dodge City A's. So there's your point. If he can lay it down, and he did, Bergman just has enough speed to beat that one out. The bases are loaded, and we're going to have a mound visit. It is likely that the night will be done for Jacob Fried, and we will see who it is that is coming in for the Cage Rats. We'll tell you about him when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. new pitcher on the mound for the Cage Rats appears to be the right-hander Lane Harris. So the night for Freed is done, and we cannot officially close the book as he is charged with all 3 runners on right now. But his stat line is 4 innings pitched, allows 3 hits, walk 3, at least 2 runs. Hit 2 batters, struck out 2, and faced 19. First pitch to Cooper Schneider, a ball by Harris. Pitch misses low as well, makes it 2-0. So Harris and Harris, bases loaded. A 2-0 count. Pitch down low and 3 straight balls. Harris is in danger of walking in the tying run. .30 delivery. Called strike, well off the plate, but called strike nonetheless. Cooper Schneider will get to see another pitch from Harris. And we'll do it right now as Harris comes set. The pitch, that one misses out. That will walk in the tying run. A 3-3 ball game. Bases loaded for the Dodge City A's and still nobody out. 3 straight walks by the Cage Rats pitching staff here in the top of the 5th. A 3-3 ball game, and that will bring in Preston Gamster. Gamster hit the monster home run his last time up. First pitch called strike on the inside gets Gamster down 0-1. Harris working from the first base side of the rubber. Gamster fouls that one off, and he's down 0-2.
As a pitcher coming into a game with bases loaded, you just got to find a way, no outs. You just got to find a way to find an out. Right there.
Gamster will go down swinging for out number 1. So that will bring in Nolan Williams. Williams popped up to the left fielder his last time up. That fielded in foul territory in the Cage Rats bullpen. First pitch. Catches the outer edge of the zone for strike 1. Looked like a front door bender that just got enough of the zone to be a strike. That one gets into the hole. The throw to first will not be in time. An infield single for Williams will keep the bases loaded as the A's take a 4-3 lead. So that brings in Dawson Stutz. Stutz a strikeout victim his last time up. Pitch in and low for ball number 1. The fourth batter now that the new pitcher Harris has faced. And that called strike makes it 1-1. Pitch to the shortstop, throw to second, and the twin killing will end the inning. Six, 4-3 double play gets the Cage Rats out of the bases loaded jam. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Jamison out for his 5th inning of work for the Dodge City A's. He faces Kobe De Jesus, a foul ball to get things started for him. De Jesus a single his last time up. Clouds breaking up and sun shining in brightly from right field. Pitch misses, evens a count at 1 apiece.
Cooper Tompkinson was trying to get his glasses, as you said, that the sun was coming out. He couldn't see, so he had to get his glasses.
2-1 the count now to De Jesus.
It's very important to see over there at first.
Indeed. Pitch grounded to the second baseman. Stutz, throw to first in time. Out number 1 for the Cage Rats. Evidently, some of the younger fans for the Cage Rats not liking that ground out.
I wasn't sure if it was at our second baseman or the ground out, to be honest.
First pitch to Lemke in for ball number 1.
Might be a little brother or something on there.
Who knows? There are a few fans around, but that pitch grounded to shortstop. Gamster, throw to first in time. Out number 2. So that will bring in Blake Wilson. He himself grounded out to Gamster his last time up. The Dodge City A's with a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Jamison looks in, has his sign, and comes set. The pitch fouled off for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery. Just missing off the outer edge, makes it 1-1. Pitch fouled back and out of play. Makes it 1-2 to Wilson. Wilson 1 for 2 in this ball game, a single and a ground out so far. The pitch comes outside and makes it 2-2. Wilson sends that one out into center field over Williams' head, and he will be in with a stand-up double. Extra base hits piling up for the Cage Rats here tonight. And that will bring in Jimmy Fafinski. Fafinski himself a double his last time up. Double and a fielder's choice in this ball game. Jamison looking in. Has his sign and comes set. The first pitch to Fafinski. Fly ball that gets out into center field. It will fall in, and that will score a run. Back-to-back doubles have tied this ball game. A 4-4 ball game, and that brings in Ben Tate. Tate grounded out too short his last time up. First pitch to him In low for ball one. Tate fouls that one off. Evens account at 1 apiece. By my count, if my stat sheet is correct, the Cage Rats with 8 hits in this ball game on 4 runs. One's fouled off as well. We'll do the 1-2 over again. 2 away. Back-to-back groundouts and then back-to-back doubles led to the tying run in this inning. Cage Rats scored 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and now 1 in the fifth. Pitch grounded to short, fielded, throw to first in time as Gamster turns a 360. And for those that might follow the Savannah Bananas, that would almost go down as a trick play for them. Either way, that was out number 3. That will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 6th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Cooper Tompkinson leads off the 6th inning for the Dodge City A's. A strike call and then grounds out to the shortstop. 1 away. We'll bring in Rudy Gonzalez. Gonzalez flied out to center his last time up. First pitch into him for ball 1. Chopper right back up the middle that caroms off the glove of the second baseman. And again, it's a hard play to make.
I'd give it a hit. I mean, he dove for it.
And it's one of those deals, and I think it's worth having the conversation so people understand. When you talk about the difference between a hit and an error, by definition, An error is
A
routine, not without extraordinary effort.
Yes, exactly.
And the second baseman was diving for it.
Yes.
If he comes up with it, maybe he is out. Who knows?
Let's just say if he doesn't dive for it, there's no way he's making that play. There's the extra effort towards it.
Indeed.
And then that going off the glove, I would believe that would be a hit.
Tassler in the count at 1-0. Runner on first for the Dodge City A's. Tassler swings and misses at that one. Makes it 1-1. Tassler a single his last time up. One away, one on for the A's in the top of the sixth. Pitch outside and low makes it 2-1. He'll foul that one off, evens a count at 2 apiece. The A's working to complete their third trip around the batting order. We will see the 2-2 pitch from Harris. Tassler sends that one. It's headed out into left field and dropping in a shallow fly ball, and that will put runners on first and second for the A's.
Again, that sun, that left fielder could not see it. Had to put up his glove to block the sun out. Seems like sun's coming from the mountains. Seems like it's being a big deal for the players right now.
It is, and that brings in Jordan Rodriguez. He walked on his last time up. Gonzalez at second, as Rodriguez will take that one for strike number one. Gonzalez dancing around. That pitch misses outside, makes it 1-1. The A's not afraid to put pressure on the infield defense. Pitch called strike, makes it 1-2 to Rodriguez. And I say that as one of the primary members that will do that kind of stuff is Mr. Gonzalez out at second right now, as he was, again, starting to dance around. Gonzalez fouls that one down the right field line and will do the 1-2 over again.
Putting pressure not only on the infield but on the pitcher as well. Dancing around like that, you can get into a pitcher's head easily.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing, Coach Esty played under Coach Doe. That was something that Doe did very much so with the Conquistadors this spring, is, make the defense make mistakes.
Yes.
A 2-2 count now to Rodriguez.
Just give them that extra thought is what we're trying to do.
Count runs full as that pitch misses outside. We will see the payoff pitch from Harris. Again, runners on first and second with one away. Rodriguez chops that when it goes down the third base side. Throw to first.
No throw?
There was no throw, actually, as that will load the bases for the A's. And there again, that infield grass
Just stop that
slowing that ball down and making it difficult for the third baseman to get a throw off. And that will turn the lineup over as 3 straight singles have loaded the bases for the A's. Caleb Bergman at bat now for the A's. He laid down the bunt single in the top of the fifth. Pitch misses to him for ball number 1. There is kind of, sort of, somewhat some work down in the bullpen for the Cage Rats as that pitch catches the outer edge for strike one. 1-1 the count to Bergman. Bases loaded. Pitch misses low. Makes it 2-1. The Dodge City A's trying to do what Coach Esteban says all the time, is take advantage of the opportunities that are given.
Yes.
That one missing outside. 3-1 the count to Bergman.
You know, nothing in baseball is ever free, but if there is the rise opportunity, we'll try to take it. If it's all the little things, this is what he likes to say. Take advantage of all the little things.
Mm-hmm. A walk is drawn by Bergman. That will walk in another run. And we're going to have a mound visit on the infield. So 3 straight hits and a walk in this inning, and the A's take the 5-4 lead. That will bring up Cooper Schneider. Schneider walked on his last time up. And the entire batting order has now seen the pitcher Harris for at least one time. It was Harris that came on in the 5th as Cooper Schneider came in to bat. Pitch called strike off the outer edge for strike one. Check swing by Schneider makes it 1-1. Schneider calls time, or actually Harris will call time and tie up his cleats. We'll go back to work, a 1-1 count to Schneider. Sends that one in the gap. It's set through first and second. 1-1 real score. And the A's playing station-to-station baseball as they take the 6-4 lead.
Again, as you said earlier, just keeping the pressure on them. It's very, very big. Just can't let them relax and get into their groove.
So Gonzalez has scored, Tassler has scored, and that will bring in Preston Gamster. Gamster, a strikeout victim, his last time up. Takes first pitch, ball number 1. And it was Gamster that hit that high, towering home run to left field in the 4th inning. That pitch called strike, evens a count at 1 apiece. Pitch called strike again off the outer edge. And some of the fans a little disappointed in that call.
Catcher may have stolen it. But again, we're, like as you said earlier, we're elevated.
Gamster sends that one a fly ball out into center, and it is a diving non-catch by the center fielder. They try to throw out Schneider at second, not doing it, and that will likely be the end of the game for Harris, as the A's now lead this one 8-4. Rodriguez scored, and Bergman came in to score. The A's have plated 4, and that indeed will be the night for Harris. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Cage Rats when we come back. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. It is Gavin Duvall taking over the mound for the Cage Rats. The A's an 8-4 lead. Nolan Williams scalds that one out into shallow left field. The throw home is offline, and they throw back to third. So Nolan Williams leads off. The first pitch he sees sends it out into left field. The throw home was offline, and then they throw back to third. Runners on the corners, and the A's now with a 9-4 lead. Pitch to Stutz. Misses outside for ball number 1, and the A's have now batted around in this inning. A's have sent 9 to the plate and only 1 away. Stutz fouls that one off, and he's even in the count at 1 apiece. Duvall opens up the pitch. Grounded back up the middle, and that will get away. That will score 2 more runs. And this is like the inning the other night where no matter what we did, the A's just could not get anything to go their way. Mm-hmm. And tonight, unfortunately, it's for the Cage Rats.
Yes.
So runner on first. 2 more runs have scored. The A's with a 11-4 lead.
Yeah,
that pitch scalded out into right field, and it will fall in. It will be at least a stand-up double for Cooper Tompkinson. Tompkinson led off this inning with a 6-3 ground out, and he is in safely at second. Runners at second and third for the Dodge City A's.
Scored.
That ball gets away from the catcher, and a 1-0 count to Rudy Gonzalez as the A's with their 11th batter at the plate so far this inning. Gonzalez fouls that one off, evens a count at 1 apiece. Two won the count to Gonzalez. The A's putting on a hitting show here in the 6th. That grounded down the third base line will go foul. And that evens a count at 2 apiece. Again, 1 away for the A's as they have plated 7 so far this inning. An 11-4 lead for the A's against the Cage Rats. Swung on and missed, and out number 2, as Gonzalez will go down on strikes. He hit a single his last time up, and that brings in the catcher, Peter Tassler. Tassler also hit a single that really got the A's offense going earlier in this inning. First pitch to Tassler, a front door bender that doesn't bend enough for ball number 1. You like that reference? And a 4-pitch walk loads the bases again. The A's will put Brian Gardner on as the courtesy runner
For Peter Tassler.
for Tassler. Pitch to Rodriguez in for strike number 1. Duvall tried to go for the backdoor bender and couldn't make it fall. Evens a count at 1 apiece to Rodriguez. Jordan Rodriguez a single his last time up. A single, a walk, and a strikeout so far in this game for him. That pitch misses as well, makes it 2-1. Might have been a slight blip in the feed. Pitch called strike, evens a count at 2 apiece. Not sure where that one missed, but
Grateful for it.
full count. Rodriguez sends that one out to right. The right fielder tracking it. It falls foul. So we will do the 3-2 over again. Rodriguez sends that one back up the middle, stopped by the second baseman, throw to first in time. Another run scores. Bases still loaded for the Dodge City A's. Turn the lineup over again. Caleb Bergman, he walked on his last time up. Pitch. A front door bender for strike number 1. Bergman down in the count, 0-1. Duvall working to try to get out of this inning. That one goes back to the backside, but misses, evens a count at 1 apiece. Sorry if there was an interruption in the live stream. The A's leading 12-4 here in the top of the 6th as that front door bender misses for ball number 2. A 2-2 count to Bergman.
Battling.
Bergman fights that one off.
You know, as I said earlier, talking to Coach Esty with the pitchers, as a group, we've been told that not to give everything up, not to always stay locked into the zone and battle. It's vice versa for the batters too. They practice every day, trying to work on their swing, get better. Battle, and battle. That's another big philosophy for Coach Esty is that as long as we battle, we're gonna be good. It's a big game plan of his that has seemed to succeed the last couple of times.
Payoff pitch, and that one's driven out into left field. 2 more runs will score. Runners on the corners for the Dodge City A's, and this ball game now 14-4 in favor of the A's, if they have now sent 15 to the plate this inning. First pitch to Schneider, called strike. That one again to the outer edge of the zone, gets Schneider down in the count 0-2. Ten runs have scored in this inning, and a wild pitch will score another one to make it 11. So Rodriguez comes in to score, and runner now at second. The A's with a 15-4 lead. Schneider fouls that one off. A 1-2 count to him. Full count now to Cooper Schneider. The payoff pitch from Duvall coming. 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. Schneider sends out when it's headed out into right field, and a flyout will mercifully end this one after the A's send 15 to the plate. The A's with a 15-4 lead. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Juan Rivera taking over the mound for the Dodge City A's, and this one of those ball games where the A's will be using whatever they want out of the bullpen. 1-1 pitch misses just outside, makes it 2-1.
Ooh. Hits him.
So Brunson will be plucked. Runner aboard for the Cage Rats. That will bring in Wittig. So Caleb Jamison will go 5 innings and responsible for 4 runs. We'll get you his final stats here in a little bit. First pitch to Wittig, strike number 1. 2-1 count to Whitting. Make it 3-1.
A walk.
Whitting will draw the walk. Puts runners on first and second with nobody out for the Cage Rats. Brings in the 9-hole hitter, Jake Pacheco. Pacheco, a fly out to center his last time up. First pitch in for strike number 1. Pitch going out to center field, tagging up, and not doing it. Will hold runners at first and second with 1 away. One 0 count to Jatslow as the lineup turns over. Jatslow, a strikeout victim his last time up. 2-0 count to him. So Caleb Jamison goes 5 innings, 8 hits, walked 1, 4 runs, no hit batters, struck out 2, and faced 24. Be his stat line here this evening for the Dodge City A's. A 2-1 count. As that pitch misses, makes it 3-1. Runners on first and second with 1 away. Cage Rats trailing this one 4-15. As that pitch misses outside and loads the bases. Have a mound visit from Coach Cardoza. Rivera will remain on the mound for now. The A's leading this one 15-4, 1 away. That will bring in De Jesus. A ground out his last time up. Grounded out to the second baseman, Stutz. First pitch to him for ball number 1. A hit by pitch and 2 walks. The free passes have loaded the bases. That pitch called strike makes it 1-1. Juan Rivera has pitched for the Dodge City A's before. We'll get to his numbers here in just a second as that pitch misses, makes it 2-1. Juan Rivera with 2 innings pitched in 1 game, walked 2, struck out 3, and hit 2. His last appearance for the Dodge City A's pitching. De Jesus lines that one to the first baseman. Two away.
You know, we know Juan as a outfielder batter, right? But him coming into the mound last time and even this time, just he's competitive and he wants to win all the time, and just You love watching it, and just love watching the guys have fun. That's what we're all friends down there. We all love hanging around each other. It just creates a good environment for the team.
Rivera has Lemke down in the count 0-2. Lemke grounded out too short his last time up. Pitch right back up the middle. That will score 2 as the ball gets away from Williams. Runners on second and third. A single and then an error that will score the second run. Two-run score, make it a 15-6 game. Swing and a miss, and that gets Wilson in the count at 1-1. Runners at second and third. 2-1 count to Wilson. Make it 3-1. Pitch misses high, and that will load the bases. Will bring in Fafinski. Fafinski hit a double his last time up that gave the K-Drats at the time a 4-3 lead. 1-0 count. Catches the outer edge of the zone, evens the count at 1 apiece. Fensky grounds that one to third. They will go unassisted at third for the force out. That will end the inning. The A's lead this one 15-6 as we head to the top of the seventh. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Gamster leading off the top of the 7th for the Dodge City A's. Hit a single and a strikeout, or hit a single in the 6th inning. The throw to first in time, and one away for the Dodge City A's. New pitcher on the mound, Mac Burke for the Cage Rats. That will bring in Nolan Williams. Williams, a single his last time up. First pitch, catches the outer edge for strike number 1. Oh, 1 delivery makes it 0-2. Williams will go down looking. Two away for the A's here in the top of the 7th. That brings in Dawson Stutz. Stutz singled his last time up. Takes the first pitch for ball number 1. 2-0 the count now to Stutz. Two-0 delivery on a called strike to the outside, makes it 2-1. Stutz down in the count 0-2, or rather even in the count at 2-2 after that swing and a miss, and the A's batters having to make an adjustment for what appears to be an adjustment in the zone. That pitch comes back inside, a 3-2 count now to Stutz. Payoff pitch from Burke. Low, and that will put a runner on for the Dodge City A's. Pop-up grounder will go to second, throw to first in time, and that will get Tompkinson, well, in the inning. We're headed for stretch time. A's leading 15-6. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Chase Brunson leading off. Correction. Ben Tate leading off for the Cage Rats. 2 straight foul balls, and he's down in the count 0-2. Juan Rivera back out for his second inning of work for the Dodge City A's, as that pitch misses outside, makes it 1-2. A's with a 15-6 lead. That pitch comes in outside as well, but low, evens a count at 2 apiece. Ball, a fly ball out into center. Williams tracking it. He's got it for out number 1. We'll bring in Chase Brunson. Brunson was hit by pitch his last time up. First pitch to him. High and inside for ball 1. Comes back inside again, makes it 2-0. Rivera struggling a little bit to find the zone for the Dodge City A's. That pitch grounded to shortstop Gamster, throw to first in time, 2 away for the Cage Rats. 6-3 ground out, and that will bring in Matt Whitting. Whitting walked on and scored his last time up. First pitch to him will be a single as it goes out into shallow center field. Runner aboard for the Cage Rats, and that will bring in the bottom of the order with Jake Pacheco, who flew out to center his last time up. He'll send one out to center again. Williams tracking it. He's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out. That will end the inning. We're headed to the top of the 8th, a 15-6 lead for the A's. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Defensive changes for the Cage Rats as they go to the bullpen. Kobe De Jesus moving from shortstop to pitcher, and the catcher moving to third base. Whitting now the third baseman, and Wilson moving from third to short. A new catcher, which I believe to be Nick Carlson. So that, I believe, are the changes for the Cage Rats, as we will go to work with Rudy Gonzalez leading off the 8th inning for your Dodge City A's. Gonzalez, part of that big 6th inning, a single and a strikeout in that time. So he will step in. As the 5th pitcher on the mound now for the Cage Rats. Is a 15-6 lead in favor of the A's. First pitch to Gonzalez. Down for ball number 1. Pitch inside again, makes it 2-0. De Jesus looking for a grip on the ball. He's got it, comes set. 2-0 delivery. Low and outside now, 3-0. Ten runs is the run rule, but it has to be 7 innings complete. That pitch fouled off, makes it 3-1. The Dodge City A's and Cage Rats will be back in action here tomorrow night. That game, a 6:05 start. 6:05 Mountain Time. The A's will then return home to go to Hayes, America, to take on the Larks on Saturday. And then we'll return home to Cavalier on Sunday. Pitch called strike. Both of those games against the Larks, league games, both set for 7 p.m. starts. A full count to Gonzalez. The payoff pitch from De Jesus. Gonzalez taps that one, a grounder to second. Throw to first. Dug out for out number 1. Brings in Peter Tassler. Tassler also hit 2 times in that big 6th inning, a single and a walk for him. Swing and a miss gets Tassler down in the count, 0-1. Oh-1 delivery. Swung on and missed, and Tassler down in the count, 0-2. Tassler, a jam shot back inside. He'll foul that one off, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. Oh-2 pitch. Tassler sends that one foul and out of play, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. Back-to-back foul balls have kept Tassler alive in this at-bat. Oh-2 delivery coming from De Jesus. Up high makes it 1-2. Another foul ball, and Tassler stays alive. 1-2 the count to him. Swung on and missed. Tassler goes down on strikes. 2 away for the A's in the top of the 8th. Brings in Jordan Rodriguez. Rodriguez a single, actually 2 singles in the 6th for him. 2 away, the A's leading 15-6. First pitch, misses outside for ball 1. Rodriguez will foul that one off, makes it 1-1. Count for him. Pace of the game has slowed down significantly here in the later innings. That pitch, called strike over the outer edge, makes it 1-2. This game, approximately 2.5 hours old. Swung on and missed, and we're headed to the bottom of the 8th. You've been listening to Dodge City A's baseball. Taylor Penley on the mound for the Dodge City A's. Juan Rivera will go 2 innings. So Juan Rivera will go 2 innings, 2 hits, walks 3, 2 runs, 1 hit batter, and faces 12. 1-0 the count. Now 2-0 the count. To Jackson Hauer, who is hitting for Jatslow. Two one the count, make it 3-1. Swing and a miss, and it is a full count now to Hauer. Hauer takes that one, sends it out to right field. Schneider there tracking that one, and out number 1. Taylor Penley with 2 appearances, 4.1 innings pitched, 3 hits, 5 runs, walked 3, struck out 3, a 10.385 ERA for him. First pitch to De Jesus. So the Cage Rats did indeed sacrifice their DH. A 0-2 count to De Jesus. Oh, 2 delivery, grounded to Gamster, throw to first in time, and that will be 2 away. Brings in Matt Lemke due up. And it will be Lemke. He hit a single the last time up and would be the 3rd out from on the fielder's choice by Fafinski. First pitch to him. Inside, ball number 1. He pops that one up. Tompkinson's tracking it down the foul side. That will be out number 3 as he pops into foul territory. We're headed to the top of the 9th, a 15-6 lead for the A's. We'll be back with that here after a while. You've been listening to A's Baseball. DeJesus back on the mound for the Cage Rats. Justin Hergert alongside with Caden Norman as we have finally reached what should be the final frames in this one as the A's lead 15-6. It will be the top of the order due up here in the ninth in Bergman, Schneider, and Gamster for the Dodge City A's. Caleb Bergman, a walk and a single as he was part of that big sixth inning that saw 15 go to the plate, and he is in it for strike number one. Pitch, again, called strike over the outer edge. The A's batters having to make some adjustments to the strike zone here in the later innings. 0-2 the count to Bergman. Pitch misses high, makes it 1-2. Dodge City A's with a win here tonight would improve to 6-4 overall and take a 1-0 lead in the series with the Cage Rats. 2-1 or 2-2 the count for Bergman. As that pitch called strike on the inner edge, one away. That brings in Cooper Schneider. Schneider a fly out and a single in the sixth for him.
Batting lefty now.
Indeed. Swung on and missed, and he's down in the count 0-1. I had forgotten that Schneider was a switch hitter.
You're not the only one.
Schneider taps that one, it fielded by the pitcher. Throw to first in time, and the speed of Schneider
Made that a tougher play than it was.
made that look harder than it really was. Or made it harder than it should have been,
Yes.
I should say.
Yeah.
Two away for the A's, and that brings in Gamster. Gamster, a single in the sixth, and then grounded out too short his last time up. Takes a first pitch over the outer edge for strike number one. DeJesus seems to be the savior here in the later innings for the Cage Rats as he's come in and able to work the outer edge of the zone and get strike calls. Pitch fouled off by Gamster, down in the count 0-2. This is a game that has been up and down for both sides until the sixth inning when the A's took control. 0-2 delivery. Misses inside, makes it 1-2 to Gamster. The sixth time that Gamster has been at the plate in this ball game. Pitch grounded to second, throw to first. Pull.
Speed. Oh.
Pulled the first baseman off the bag, and I don't know if the umpires just want to go home or what the deal is, but the first baseman was off the bag and Gamster was called out.
Again, speed.
Well, this may not be over yet as the field umpire coming in going to have a conversation with home plate umpire, and we're going to stay with this one until we have a call. And from our vantage point, it pulled him off the bag, but the official call is out. That will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. The A's a 15-6 lead. You've been listening to Dodge City A's Baseball. Wilson leads off the bottom of the ninth for the Cage Rats. And a mountain to climb for them if they want to get back into this one. 1-2 count to Wilson. Taylor Penley working his now second inning for the A's. And a 2-2 count now for Wilson. The appeal down to field is a check swing, and Wilson will stay alive. Is some very bizarre turn of events here in the ninth inning. Pitch, grounded foul. Wilson will stay alive at 2-2. The Cage Rats down to their final 3 outs in this ball game. Pitch misses outside, and evidently it was already a full count. Okay. So it is now the catcher Carlson. One on for the Cage Rats. First pitch to Carlson. Comes inside for ball number 1. One misses high, 2-0 the count to Carlson. 2-0 delivery from Penley. Go to first to check the runner, Wilson. Penley with the lefty-righty matchup. Takes a look at first. The throw. A front door bender, and that will make the count 2-1. This game approaching the 3-hour mark. Carlson will swing and miss. Evens a count at 2 apiece. Penley with the 2-2 delivery. Comes outside, a full count. Back-to-back full counts. And the payoff pitch. Penley comes set. Swung on and missed. Carlson will go down on strikes, 1 away. We'll bring in Ben Tate. Tate flew out to center his last time up. First pitch to him from Penley. Chopped down the third base side, but foul for strike number 1. Wild pitch will get away from Tassler, and that will move Wilson over to second. Makes the count 1-1 to Tate. Penley looks in and has his sign. 1-1 delivery. A little excuse me hack, and he'll foul that one off. Makes it 1-2. Got to make my sidekick up here laugh a little bit with that one.
It's a great swing. It's a great swing.
No, didn't even come off his shoulders. We'll go back to work. 1-2. That one misses outside, makes it 2-2. I can tell that the temperature is cooling off sharply here after sunset in Colorado Springs. The 2-2 delivery. A half-hearted swing, and he will go down on strikes. 2 away for the Cage Rats. They are down to their final out. And it will be Chase Brunson at the plate for the Cage Rats. Brunson grounded out too short his last time up. First pitch from Penley. Up high for ball 1. A's opting to play the outfield a little bit shallower. Pitch comes inside, makes it 2-0. The count to Brunson. Penley looking in and has his sign and comes set. Pitch. Called strike on the inside, makes it 3-1. Two away, bottom of the ninth. The A's 15-6 3-1 count to Brunson. The pitch sent out to second baseman Stutz. Throw to first in time. That will end this one. The A's victorious here tonight as they win this one 15-6. And we will do our post-game wrap-up right now. So I'm going to have to shed some light on the situation. So the A's would strike first as Caleb Birdman would be hit by pitch, and he would come around to score in the top of the first to give the A's a 1-0 lead. Then the Cage Rats would answer back in the bottom of the second with a run of their own to tie it at 1-1 at the time. The Cage Rats would then take a 3-1 lead in the third off of back-to-back hits, a single and a triple. The A's would come back a monster home run over the left field wall for Preston Gamster that would make it a 3-2 ball game. And then as the A's would get into the fifth, Tassler would lead off a single. He would come around to score, and then multiple walks would get Jordan Rodriguez around. He would come in to score to make it 5-3. The A's would then explode offensively in the sixth inning as they would send 15 to the plate and score .11 in that inning. And that would be the offense for the Dodge City A's to make this a 15-6 ball game. The Cage Rats would come back in the bottom of the sixth. After Juan Rivera takes over the mound for the Dodge City A's, they would lead off a hit by pitch, a walk, and that would be enough as they would come around to score to avoid the run rule for the Cage Rats here tonight as the A's win this one 15-6. Caleb Jamison will pick up his first win of the season behind 5 innings. Second win of the season behind 5 innings for the Dodge City A's. Again, he goes 5 innings, allows 8 hits, walked 1, just 4 runs, struck out 2, and faces 24. That will be the starter for the belated birthday boy here tonight. I am Justin Hergert alongside Kata Norman saying so long and good night from Spurgeon Field as the A's victorious and improved to 6-4 overall. We'll be back here tomorrow night, 6:05 p.m. Mountain Time start. We hope to see you there.